Hey, good morning to you. Ohayou gozaimasu. Today's a beautiful day. I'm sorry I've been absent for a while. I haven't made videos for a while. That's because things have been going on. A lot's been going on in the past week, and I'll go into that maybe in more detail later. I made a video already, but I have to make it again because the information I got from my Tesla guy kind of got overruled by a tweet that Elon made. So we'll go into that later as well. So anyways, I got to get going. I'm working right now, and I'll talk to you more later. I already got it. Hit. Sorry.
Weapon upgrade.
Right here. Ha ha ha. Both of them. And then look out for those missiles. How y'all doing today? I hope you're having a good one. Sorry it's been a while since I put a video up. It's been a rough week or two. And yeah, I'll go into that maybe more detail later. Right, I'll go into it right now, but I'm not gonna spend a lot of time because this video is already way too long for my rambling as it is already, but I'll go into it. So what happened was about a week ago, a little over a week ago, my mother-in-law passed away. She lived in the apartment below us right here, and we've been taking care of her. I've been personally taking care of her the most because my wife works nights, and so it was rough finding her. She had a massive heart attack, and we'll go into that some other time because what caused the massive heart attack was interesting. At least that's what the detectives believe. Interesting. For another day. But yeah, so we had that, and that was really a shock to everybody. Wake up in the morning, she was what happened was the night before I make treats for the kids, American style treats, cookies and things like that, during Halloween and Christmas and stuff. I think I still had some butter left over from Halloween cookies I made, you know, chocolate chip cookies I made for Halloween. So I was trying to get rid of the butter before it got too hot over here where I couldn't bake anymore. It was still already getting kind of muggy and stuff, so I was gonna make some cookies late at night. So I was making some cookies, and my mother-in-law comes up Friday night about 11:30 p.m. and which is kind of surprising because she's usually in bed by 9, but she was very excited about the next day. The next day, my son is, at the time was planning on moving out, and so we were going to go out and get some stuff with him, and she wanted to go for a ride in this car really bad. She's never been like this before, but for some reason this car she was really excited about, and she was also excited about helping her grandson get some stuff for his move. So she came up and we were talking. She was excited, and I'm making her cookies. She's asked if I could make her cookies without chocolate chips. I said I'll make oatmeal raisin cookies next time. Sorry about that. Right now I can't. I'm making chocolate chip cookies. I can't take chocolate chips out of the batter. And so she kind of giggled and says okay. And she's really excited. She used my massage chair. She loves that massage chair. But then she turned it off. She kept going up and down, sitting up, standing up, sitting down. She's acting like she was uncomfortable, but I didn't, her back was bothering her. So she finally goes back downstairs, and I finished up making cookies about 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning. The lights are still on, but she's sporadic. When you get to that age, you don't sleep all through the night. You're sporadic, so didn't think much of it. My wife came home about 1:30, and I was going to tell her, check on her mom because, she's the lights are still on, but I was just too tired. I was exhausted. I forgot. Wake up in the next morning. I go downstairs to. We have two showers, and since we're all leaving at the same time, I was going to use the downstairs shower. She was in the shower, so I waited, and but it was awful quiet, and I was like, that's kind of odd. So I knocked on the door to make sure she was okay. No response. So then I opened a crack, and I realized what happened, and it's like that was a shock. So it was just a terrible weekend. What was supposed to be a fun, exciting weekend turned into a terrible weekend. Had the funeral on Tuesday, and then my son just moves out immediately right after that into his new place. So it's been a challenging week for sure. Very lonely. Went from 5 people in the house to 3, and so most of the time I'm by myself now. So that kind of sucks. So that's the story in a nutshell. I'll go into more details some other time. Want to say give a shout out to Hube from Holland, and he sent me a video. I'll put a link. I'm gonna show a little bit of video right now, but I'm gonna put a link in so you guys can check it out. It's a 45-minute video. It's really good. I got that about 2 days before I got the update to this car. He was showing me how to operate it and everything, and I really, thanks a lot, Hube. A lot of help there. So yeah, anybody, guys out there, if you want to send me video links and stuff like that, go for it. I really enjoy it. Hube was a big help. 45 minutes though. 45 minutes. That was a long one, Hube. But it was interesting to see all the stuff that the new OS could do before I got it. So I really do appreciate it. Check out the link down below in the description if you want to see Hube's video. It's really good. All right, I'll see you guys soon. I want to talk about this update we just got recently. The new update. And I know over in America you guys are like kind of ho-hum about it for the most part, but for Japan it was actually a really big update. I really am impressed with it. It helped a lot. The autopilot is completely different. We don't have the hard braking anymore. It doesn't do the panic braking so much on the narrower streets with a bike coming at you or other cars coming at you. It still does slow down quite a bit, but no, man, it was pretty bad a while there, wasn't there? You go down like a two-lane road, but it's kind of a little bit narrow. And if a bike's coming at you, the car would think it was coming right at the car and just slamming the brakes really hard. And it was like whiplash pretty much. And we couldn't use it at all on the more narrow streets. The major streets, like the big highways and stuff, you could use it. But even then, it was still sometimes for some reason like a phantom brake almost. It was crazy. It would do some weird stuff. But now, even the narrower streets, it can navigate really well. I'm able to go... I don't, of course we don't have FSD over here, but we're just with standard autopilot from my house to my son. He just moved to his place, except for when I have to make turns, which is very seldom. It's almost a straight shot. Except for when I have to make turns, the car drives the whole way. I don't have to do any interventions. It's smooth. The matrix headlights, I know you guys aren't talking much about it over in America, but that's one of my 3 things. I had 3 things I was really looking for in this car when I was buying it. That's what I wanted from this car when I was buying it. And all 3 I didn't get when I bought this car. The first thing was the fast switching profile thing. It turns out it only saves your mirrors and your seats and stuff like that. It won't change languages, which makes no sense. Apple computers been doing it for like 12 years now, and Windows 10, since Windows 10, you've been able to do it on that. Every computer out there, Linux, you switch users, it also switched the language for you if you have it set up to do that. Now, I wanted to be in English, my wife wanted to be in Japanese. I want to talk to the car to tell it where I want to go. And it's just easier for me to do in English. My Japanese also, my pronunciation. This isn't AI in this car. We don't have AI on Teslas. So your pronunciation has to be pretty dang good for it to understand what you're saying. English is really good. It's pretty smooth. I've seen people in America with pretty thick accents say something and it understood them. So the English is pretty good, but the Japanese is a little more, I was about to say kibishi, a little more tricky. So I just want to use mine in English so I can talk to the Navi and get to where I want to go. And my wife wants to use Japanese, obviously. And even though she can use English and understands her, no problem. She just prefers Japanese. I get that. We don't have that. And they didn't say it verbally to us, but we were led to believe that's what's going to happen because they made a big deal about it when they were showing us the cars. And we told them what we wanted, what we were expecting. And they never said that's not possible. They didn't say that, but they didn't say it didn't do it. They didn't say it did it. They never said out of their mouths, you can switch and, you can do Japanese and he can do English. They didn't say that. But when they told us all how great it was, and we said, oh, great, that's going to come in handy because I want to do English, she does Japanese. They didn't say it couldn't do that. They never told us that. Until the day I bought it. The first day I got it, I said, we can't get it to do the language. And then they said, oh, of course, it won't do languages. It can only do seats and mirrors and things like that. Your simple things. It won't be able to switch languages. I was like, you never told me that. You're acting like I should have known that. How would I know that, So that's one thing I got a little irritated about. The other thing I really, 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 really needed, and I can show you video evidence of it, is I needed the Sentry mode with the live view and the ability to speak to the speaker if I'm out, because I have had several cars damaged from the neighborhood kids playing and stuff. They treat my property like it's a park. I don't know why. I don't know why my property is so popular with them. I can show you video. I will videotape some video off my screen. I got a great example just yesterday on Sentry mode of the stuff they do. And they're not bad kids, but they just don't have common sense. And so they've damaged my cars in the past, and I don't even blame the kids so much. The parents should take responsibility. When my son was little and we lived in an apartment complex and he rode his bike in the parking lot, we made sure to get insurance. So if he did hit a car with his bicycle, he had insurance to cover the damage. That's what a responsible parent does. These parents, I've had to replace the bumper twice. One time I used my own money, the other time I used insurance. But I had to replace the bumper twice on 2 different vehicles because the kids hitting my car with their bicycles and damaging the bumpers. And especially the Leaf. The Leaf was really bad because it's kind of a weak bumper, and they destroyed that front bumper on that. And it was like $1,500 to replace. And I used my own money to buy it, and I installed it myself. Saved a little money doing the installation myself without having them do it. But yeah, nobody covered it. The parents, I went to the guy, without giving too much information, I went to the guy who happened to be a cop, and his son hit my car. And I had a witness, my daughter, and we went to him, right? We went to him, and he said, no, my son says he didn't do it. And I believe him. Your daughter is not a good witness. She's just a child. And so he wouldn't cover it. And so I had to pay out of my pocket. So nobody really takes responsibility for their children, and that sucks. Because they let their kids play, they don't supervise them, and they're playing in my area for some reason all the time. And so that was a really big deal. So I could, like, if it's like, sent me a notification that their kids are getting close to the car, I could look on the live view, see what they're doing, and then I could say, hey guys, back away, in Japanese, say back away. I'll probably have my wife say it, back away please, don't play too close. And they would do it. They're not bad kids, they'll back away if you tell them to back away. They just don't have common sense, you know. So that was a really big thing I was expecting, because they made a big deal about Sentry mode. Sentry mode is only good for after the fact, and like I said, it does me no good. Even with the video, there's not much I can do, it turns out. Police will not pursue it. Just like in America, it turns out. I know a guy, I just saw a video of a guy in America, and he had a video of the car banging the door into his car, putting a dent in his door. Luckily he had it wrapped, so no scratches, but he had a dent in his door. He went to the police, and the police said, well, pretty much there's nothing we can do about that. It was in a parking lot, private property. We can't do anything about it. You got video evidence, great. You can go after, you can go talk to the guy. We can find the guy, but because he's got the license plate and everything, we can find the guy and everything. But yeah, good luck. We can't do anything about it. So America's not much better. So you really, after the fact, you want proactive. You want to be proactive. And that's what I was thinking with this live view and stuff. Is you can be proactive. You see the kids playing. It's like, hey guys, can you back away? If I'm not home, right? If you're not home, you're out, and you get a notification, hey, something's going on, I can check, and okay, the kids are riding their bikes too close to the car again, or they're playing, do they play rugby in front of my car? They play baseball, they play soccer, they treat that street right in front of my house and my property like it's part of a park. I don't know why. And the funny thing is we have a park like 3-minute walk away. A nice park from the play in. And there's also a big empty area they can play in as well. But no, they choose to play right next to our house. I don't know why. It's narrow. I don't know why they want to play there. But they do. Anyways, so it would have been nice to do proactive. So I was really upset when I found out that didn't work. And the third thing I really wanted really bad was the matrix headlights. This is why I talked about it in one of my previous videos. I had a fit when I found out the one that I thought I was getting didn't have a matrix headlights. And when the guy told me, don't, just wait, and it turned out the matrix headlights came with this car. It was a secret that this new model was coming out with the 4th gen cameras and the matrix headlights. Japan's late getting stuff sometimes, and it was definitely late getting that stuff. I know you guys had the matrix since what, 2021 even, I think since 2021 you guys have been getting the matrix headlights installed in your cars. But anyways, I did get it. Luckily it was like skin to my teeth kind of thing. I ordered the car, right like the day after I ordered the car, they switched. They did a little upgrade. That's why I got these black wheels and stuff. They did a little refresh, miniature refresh on the car. And so that's how I got the matrix headlights. That's cool. I love them. Oh man. And now this update did give me that. So 3 things I wanted, I got 1 out of 3. And that actually makes me so happy. I mean, that's just like, just 1 out of 3, it made my day. It made me feel a lot better about owning the car, because there was 3 things I was looking for in this car, and I didn't get any of it first. But now I didn't think the Matrix was going to come soon, because you guys probably don't know, but this car's so bare bones compared to your cars. We're bare bones. Like, if I went to the menu, you'd be shocked at how much stuff they take out. They take away a lot of stuff, and it's because of the government. Government's very strict. They won't let them do a lot of stuff, and it's only because the government's trying to protect their own car companies. So the other car companies, like the live view and stuff. Lexus has something, not live view, but Lexus has stuff like that, you know. And they also have third-party stuff. They don't stop them from doing it. There's no reason to stop them. They stopped Tesla because Tesla is so good. It has so many things that the other car companies don't have over here. Like, dude, most car companies over here, even in the $80,000 range, you only get the driver's side is power seats. Is a power seat. This car, both front seats are power seats. That's nice. That's very uncommon for the price range this car is in. The Leaf, the second-gen Leaf, which I told you guys, is more expensive than this car. If you get the 62 kilowatt-hour Leaf, it's way more expensive than this car. It doesn't even have power seats. I mean, they really don't like to give features. There's no competition, so they don't try hard over here. We spend about $10,000 more per car than you guys do, and we don't get half the features you guys get. Not even like the same kind of Japanese cars that you guys. They're different because they want a bottom line, and if there's no competition, like there's nobody else putting that stuff in their cars, so they don't have to do it either, and they love that. Over here, they encourage the older people. You know, most of the people over here are old, and it's just like the over America, the boomers. They don't call them boomers, or they call them the barefoot generation. But yeah, there's a lot of them compared to everybody else, and they're all getting up there in age, and so they all have night blindness. So the government encourages them to drive with their high beams on all the time. I am getting blinded left and right, so I love these Matrix headlights because they just stay on, and you can see them move. It's like a curtain opening and closing. They're awesome. They don't blind anybody else, but I can still see really well. And honestly, I would love to have all the cars with those Matrix headlights. It would be saving my eyes too. Everyone else has these ridiculously bright aftermarket headlights, and they blind the crap out of you over here. So that part sucks. So that's why I really was happy about the Matrix headlights. But also, I was really pleasantly surprised that they did a good update on the we're on version 11 we're not using version 12 or anything. It's version 11 on the Autopilot. Let's see. Yeah, what else did you guys get that we didn't get? It's like a bunch of stuff you guys were talking about, and I was like, oh, I didn't get that. But what I did get, I'm happy with. Okay, so that's my thoughts on the update. The update's really good. I'm going to show you how good Autopilot is now. Just standard Autopilot does a really good job. So when you're in traffic, it's nice. I just charged up to 100%. Took me only 2% to get over here from my house, which is awesome. If I had a Leaf, it would have taken I think 8 or 9% to get here on my Leaf. Maybe more, I'm not sure. It's doing great. The range is great. I still have zero degradation, obviously. But I do have let's see, what's my kilometers on here? Look at the card. My odometer is showing 1,722. So I have 1,000 miles, a little over 1,000 miles now already on the car, which is pretty good because I got it May 18th. It's not even been a month yet. So we do drive a lot. We like it. We enjoy it. I enjoy it, and it's fun to drive. And this is the rear-wheel drive with the lithium iron phosphate battery pack, LFPs. I love it. I love it. I charge it 100%. It's so awesome. Charge it 100% and not worry about it. But I do drive it right away. You don't want to charge it 100% and just let it sit. I think that's what a lot of people are making a mistake on when they charge 100%. You don't let it sit. You charge it up, but then you still need to drive it. You charge it 100% just to recalibrate the computer. These are low voltage battery packs compared to the other dual motor. Like right now, the nickel cobalts, I think they're called. Those battery packs are very high density, very high power battery packs. And so you don't want to charge 100% very often. This thing's a low power battery pack, so it's safer. You don't have to worry about thermal runaway as much with these batteries, and they're just like, you don't have like a peak like with the other cars. you need to be like 80% or higher to get the full performance from if you have a performance car, or if you have the upgrade on your your long range, you have the upgrade. If you want that full kick, you need to be at 80% or higher probably. This car, it doesn't really matter what percentage, because it stays the same. That's why the charge curve is more flat than the other cars, and that's why the battery lasts longer and stuff like that. It's just all that stuff. The only kryptonite to this battery pack is wintertime probably, but Japan's winters are very mild, so it shouldn't affect too much. This is a great battery pack for Japan. So yeah, the power is great for a rear-wheel drive only model, and it's insane actually. Over here in Japan, our speed limits, the highest speed limit we have is 80 miles an hour for the most part. I think there's a couple places maybe higher, but not around here. Most places I drive around here are 40 to 50 kilometers an hour, which if anybody in Europe knows, that's ridiculous. It's really low. It's like you're going like 25, 30 miles an hour most of the time. So anything more like a dual motor with especially a performance, it's way overkill. I don't know where you're going to use that at. We don't have speed traps like you guys do in other countries, because Japanese are really good about, well, actually not so good about it, but we just don't have them. We don't have that many speed traps. What they're strict about is seatbelts and cell phones. But I've never been pulled over for speeding. There are speed cameras, but the cars are pretty intelligent. They have machines you can get and tell you where the cameras are. And the people that drive all the time on the highways, they know exactly where those cameras are. So you have to be going pretty fast to set them off too. Like there's a stretch of highway I ride on that has speed cameras, and I think the speed limit there on that highway is 60 kilometers an hour. And I've gone to those things by accident at 90 that they didn't go off. I mean, it's you have to go pretty fast to set them off. They're pretty lenient to the speeds for the most part. If you're going, however, if you do get clocked going through a speed camera and you're going twice the speed limit, I think you lose your license. Your points are gone. You lose your points, and it's like a $2,000 bill or $1,500 bill. So anyway, some ridiculous bill they mail you in the mail, and they also let you know your license now doesn't have any points. So if you get pulled over, you're driving with that, you're screwed. So yeah, you lose your license for a year. I think your points are gone for a year if you go double the speed limit, and you got a huge ticket. But that's about it. Anyways, I digress. So yeah, let's get going, and I'll show you how good Autopilot is in this car now. It's amazing. By the way, look at that. Today I'm doing red. Look how good that looks. That's amazing. Isn't that amazing, guys? And we are loving this armrest, especially right now. We are in Suyu. It's muggy as heck. I have the air conditioning going right now in the parking garage even. It's muggy as heck. It's hot. Tomorrow's going to be 30 degrees. It's hot. So you sweat a lot. And I don't want to put the sweat on the nice Napa leather we have on the door panels or on the armrest. So this little cover that I got from Ocean, what's it called? Abstract Ocean, is working out great. I have, hang on, sorry. I'll leave a link in the description down below if you want to check it out. If you use my code ECC, I did it again, not ECC, EJJ10, you'll get a 10% discount, and it'll protect. Also, it matches better. I mean, white and white. It's not the black. The black looks nice. Don't get me wrong. I like the stitching and everything, but the white matches better with the white interior. So I really strongly recommend this for summertime. And the lights I strongly recommend. That's through TesFavs, and once again it's EJJ10, and 10% discount through them as well. Once again, the link will be in the description. Check it out. We're getting to that time of year you want to be cruising around looking good. So there you go. And I do want to say thank you. I think 3 or 4 people from have bought from TesFavs. I'll put I did a screenshot. I'll show you I don't get a huge commission. I don't do it to make any money. In fact, I'm not even going to collect. They don't have my bank information. I'll never collect that money. I'm buying this stuff for myself, and what I find that I like, I share with you guys. You'll see. I sold quite a bit of stuff thanks to you guys, and I really appreciate you doing that. And it just shows support. It helps me out with the company. I'm not gonna. I think my commission right now is like $5, something like that. I'm not gonna pursue the money. Obviously, it's just I don't want to deal with that. It's a headache doing taxes. it's a headache doing taxes for that little bit of commission. So I'd rather just hold on to that. And with you guys buying the stuff though, it makes me look good to them, and maybe I can get what they could do maybe in the future is maybe I can get like stuff to review for you guys instead of me having to pay out of my pocket. Right now I'm paying out of my pocket and I don't mind, because like I said, I'm buying this stuff for myself, and what I like I will share with you guys. Okay, and one of these days I will make a video about this yoke that I got through Hansho. It's nice and everything, but I have some issues with it a little bit. Nothing with the driving, with installing. Installing it could have been better. I feel like with the price you pay, could have been a little bit easier. But yeah, I'll do a video about that in the future. Okay, all right, let's get going. All right, so this is what I do. This right here is kind of wide street. It's gonna narrow down here pretty quick. But check out this visualization. It's totally different than it was just before the upgrade. It sees everything now. I love it. It sees everything. And that makes me feel better. It lets me know that it does see everything. It catches stuff that I don't catch. Here comes a motorcycle. Yeah, there it goes. It catches stuff that I don't catch. Like, even in the dark, it sees people and bicycles before I do sometimes. Very impressive. I really like the visualization. It lets me know the car is doing its job. So now the street's narrowing. You can see here. Show the street. It's narrowing now. And I used to not be able to do it. This wouldn't work. Just before this upgrade, I couldn't do this. The car would not handle this at all. Did not like this kind of street where the cars are coming at you so close and you got motorcycles going between the cars and stuff. Did not like it, but they did a good job. This new upgrade, I don't have to do a thing. So this is bad traffic right now. We're only going 18 kilometers an hour in a 40 zone. Oh, we got the 20. So 20 kilometers an hour. We're gonna start slowing down now. 20 kilometers an hour in a 40 zone. It's just bad traffic. Why not let the car do the driving? It's awesome. That part's really cool. So the update really did help with that. And I know it's gonna freak it out. Turn lanes on these narrow streets, doesn't like them. And I get that. I mean, it's gonna be hard. Even humans don't like that. It's tight. And bicycles and motorcycles really still make it uncomfortable, but at least it doesn't do the hard brake anymore. It still slows down quite a bit, but no more hard braking. So that's nice. Shut up. I hate the nag, it's annoying. But other than that, it's doing great, guys. The upgrade is way better. Just stay away from turn lanes on these narrow streets, and be ready if a bicycle or a motorcycle is in front of you. It's gonna freak out a little bit. Let's see how it does this turn here. It's dark, the lines aren't clear. It did it, it turned. Not the best line marking on the street here. It navigated that really well. That was impressive. That's pretty good. I feel like this is gonna be a pretty eclectic, messed up video because I'm having to reshoot a lot of stuff because of what happened. What happened was my, what do they call them? Tesla advisor. My advisor told me that the Juniper was coming out next month, next month. Told my wife, I said, I'll make a video about that. I'm sure everybody knows already. If he knows, everybody else knows. And then she proceeded to tell me, no, Elon just did a tweet recently, like yesterday or something like that, saying no, those rumors aren't true. Nothing coming out this year. So, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to put this part into the video somewhere as well. And it sucks. I have to put a barricade. Look at that. I have to put a barricade around my car now. See you soon. Okay, that it used to be impossible, that street I was just on. This street's even a little more narrower, and it really doesn't like to drive this street. This street's super narrow, and there's a pretty sharp turn for this narrow little street, and this poor car, I only got to do it one time, and it was tight. It had to cut this corner. It's gonna cut again. Yeah, there it goes. I had to take over. That's just too tight. But it used to just give up completely. It wouldn't even be able to do it at all. It tried. I had to take over because it was cutting the corner. Because there's these poles and stuff. They have them right on their edge, and the car wants to avoid those. And so it's trying to cut over the orange line a little bit, actually, to make that corner. And so that area, that's a fail. Nighttime, when there's nobody around, I'll let it do it because it cuts the corner, and it's okay. But this is kind of rush hour, getting close to rush hour now. It's it's almost 5 p.m. It's getting close to rush hour. I'm on the back roads where not as much traffic, but even around here this time of day, it's starting to get kind of busy. So I just wanted to show you that. Look at the visualization. It's incredibly good. It wasn't like that just a few days ago. The update has really improved. Today you can tell it's a little windy. Actually, I got the wide angle lens on, so I don't know if you can tell. But I'll keep showing videos of it driving in the situation in the daytime, because last time I shot, my daughter was doing the camera and she just didn't do a very good job. I asked her to show a screen. She never showed the screen and stuff. So I'm going to shoot it all again in the daytime. These roads, see, there we go. These roads we're on, they're very narrow because I'm on the back roads. And this one's well marked. If it has good lines on it, not a problem. It wants to go the speed limit. We don't want to go the speed limit at this time of day. People get mad. So the speed limit here is only 30 kilometers an hour. Okay, 30 kilometers an hour, and everybody wants to go 50. See that right there? Even it's not super narrow, but it's narrow enough that it wouldn't have. Just that previous version would not like that. It would have done the hard brake, and with the guy right on my butt right now, it would have not been fun. Let me see. Bring the camera up. Where's the camera? There we go. Oh man, that's a wide angle camera because he looks really close to my rear view mirror. Almost to the 40 zone where I can speed up a little more. He is mad. He is just right in my rear end. That's the stuff you have to deal with over here. All right, we're about to hit the 40 zone. As soon as the car recognizes 40, I can boost it up. There we go. I'm gonna go to 50. That's as far as I can go on my offset. You can tell I'm on version 11 because you got the offset, max offset thing. You can see that, like that. But yeah, the car's doing great. I got a slow poke in front of me. That's nice. Because I don't really want to go fast, you know. But yeah, there we go. Doing really well. Usually there's no interventions on these kind of streets. I had to do an intervention on that back one because I knew that corner because there's a pole. One of these poles is actually in the street, kind of. It doesn't like it. It doesn't like it, so it won't do a turn on that street very well. But I already knew that. All right, show you more later. So I'm stopped right now. I love it. You can see the truck lights. Not the same truck, but it's still cool. So here's my average on my 50 kilometers, average on my 10, average on my 25, instant average 395. This is my projected average range is 461. Can somebody explain to me, 81% is saying I have 350 kilometers range on this current charge from here, but it says projected 461. Is that from 81%? Is that my entire battery? Since I charged up to 100%, what is that? Is that because right now I am showing, since my last charge, I've gone 58 kilometers since my last charge. So I'm just wondering, what does that mean, guys? Help me out here. I'm kind of new to this. I love all the information, but I got to figure out what it means. I think it's 462 from 81% for my current charge, not from my last charge from 100%. My average is a little high. That's because I had to use the air conditioning while sitting for a while. It was hot today. It got up to 30 degrees centigrade, and the whole week's like that. Muggy and hot. The rainy season's starting. I'm just lucky we don't have any rain right now, but coming this week, it's going to rain. That sucks because we were going to do a nice road trip this week, and I don't know if I'll be able to now. All right. The reason why I'm recording this is we're coming up to an area I was telling you guys about previously in the video, where this is a 2-lane road, very narrow, but yet there's a turn lane coming up in this lane. This lane turns into 2 lanes, and it doesn't widen. And of course, Autopilot hates it. It freaks out, especially this big truck here. I don't know how it's going to react, so I want to record and see just what we're looking at on here. Oops. Yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, it did widen out. It did widen. I take it back. It widened out. But still, now the car's like, where do I go? Where do I go? I got to take over because it's straddling both lanes. Car behind me wants to turn right. So I had to take that over. So that's what I'm talking about. Things like that, it's still not good at. But I'm going to give it a break because this is a really narrow street. And I mean, it's just so much better than just a few days ago. I mean, that was it. That now for the rest of the trip, it's going to be fine. Isn't that cool? By the way, check this out, guys. Because I'm using such an older version of Autopilot than, people in America and stuff, this camera is useless over here. So I just keep it covered. I don't have to use the camera. There's no strike system over here on their Autopilot. I don't get strikes. That's why I like it. That's why I don't want FSD. I don't want that camera. Sorry about that. I don't want that camera ever hooked up. I like my privacy. I don't want it watching me. And the reason why everyone on 12.4 is having such a hard time with that camera, making sure that it sees them. It sees them while they're driving, like it sees that they're looking forward. It's a wide-angle lens. It's meant to show the whole cockpit of the car, the whole compartment. Nissan Leaf has the same kind of thing to keep the nag down. It uses it's called ProPilot 2.0, and it uses a camera, but the camera is strictly focused on the face of the driver, so it sees the eyes a lot better. And so it's just silly. Elon tweeted, no more nag. No, it's just they moved the nag to a different area. No more wheel nag, but you still have stupid eyesight nag, and it's not working well. So I hate the nags. But I'll take this over FSD today. This is working really good. I shut down the Autopilot because that person wanted to turn, and I wanted to let him in. I was holding the phone up, recording the drive, and a cop drove by. And I told you, the only thing they're really strict about over here is cell phones and seat belts. And he was looking at me so hard. Like, what the hell are you doing, guy? So, I don't know. He might turn around and follow me now. Yikes. Hope I don't get in trouble. That was pretty blatant what I was doing there. All right. More later. Okay. Took a little break for a little while. I helped my son move on the weekend, so I just had to get a massage. My back is killing me. Little old lady did a great job, man. She worked on my back forever, it felt like. It hurt for a while, but now it feels a lot better. Oh, it was stiff. I was sore. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so I'm using the Autopilot, and see, here's another turn lane. It's freaking out, so I got to override and move over. It's freaking out. It thinks I'm right next to the edge, which I'm not. There's still, what? That's like, I don't know, not even, almost a meter. No, not anymore. That's about, how many centimeters would that be? That'd be like 15 centimeters, maybe more. Nah, 20 centimeters. About 20 centimeters between the car and the curb. And the thing's freaking out. And so, yeah, it doesn't like, see how that is? See how we have a turn lane? It did widen a little bit, but it's not the width of 2 car widths. You can see the car up front. Can you see that? The van is actually over the line. It's it's not going to work for Autopilot over here. I don't know. FSD would have a hard time with this, with the streets they have over here. It's going to be interesting to see how China does with that. Look how narrow it is. It's tight. So I'm steering right now. The car's doing the axle and the brake and stuff. I'm doing the steering because this situation, it just doesn't work. But I'm aware of that, so it's not a big deal. And then I just double tap and put her back into full cruise with the auto steer, and we're good to go. So yeah, I just want to say thank you for everything. You guys are amazing. You support me, even though I don't make any money from these things I push. I push the stuff because I believe in it. I like it for my car. I think I recommend it to you guys. That's why I recommend it to you guys. I think I explained it earlier. I don't get nothing for it from the people. I mean, they put a commission amount there, but I mean, it's so low that you have to be a certain amount to get anything, and I'll never collect. I don't think I'll ever collect, even if I had it. It's just too much of a pain in the rear end to collect. What I'd rather have is, and this is the support where I appreciate for you guys, is if I get enough numbers and stuff, I can do other things, bigger projects in the future. And so that's what I just, subscribe to my channel, give me likes, and that's the best support. Also, when you do buy the stuff, use my code so you get the 10% discount. But also, it does help. It gives me clout with those things. So maybe in the future, they'll actually send me some stuff to show to you guys. I won't have to pay for it in the future. That's the plan. I'd rather do something like that than take $5 a month or something, whatever it is. So that's the plan. That's what I'm trying to do there. So yeah, let's see, smooth right here. There we go. That was good. The car did great there. So yeah, I just want to say thanks for all the support you guys gave me with the purchases you made. I have another affiliate coming up. I'll let you guys know when that's out there. And I want to talk next time. I want to talk about my experience buying the car over here. I didn't really get to do. It was so chaotic that day. I didn't really go into detail. I want to talk about the whole thing, picking up the car and what it was like and everything, and how that was interesting. And then yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. See you again. Bye.